And right now we're getting answers as some South Carolina truckers are really feeling the weight of our roads, and they say this is really impacting their wallets.
Governor Hopeful and several state representatives now calling on lawmakers to act. For more, Fox Sky's Brookley Cromer is looking into the state budget and finding out how much is getting spent on actually fixing these roads. Brookley.
Justin, Congressman Ralph Norman, who's running for governor, is calling for lawmakers to lighten the tax load for truckers. With over 750 load-restricted bridges across the state, he says truckers are getting hit with more fines for using the very roads they pay to maintain.
It's not going to be ignored anymore.
Congressman Norman says South Carolina roads are failing, and fixing them shouldn't be out of reach.
If they could put a man on the moon, they can get out here and fix these roads.
Around 750 state-maintained bridges currently have load restrictions. This means heavy vehicles like cement mixers and 18-wheelers can't use them.
Our trucks haul 20 tons of aggregate. Now we can only haul 11 tons.
Drivers like Stanley Clowney are forced to find another route.
Now we have to make more trips back and forth to the quarries for material, or we have to find an alternative route, which is normally not even safe for those trucks to even operate on because they're little small single-lane roads, and we should be passing on those main highways.
Congressman Norman says truckers are getting fined when they do cross these bridges.
The citations have increased over the last 45 days. What they're being charged now is a triple tax. They have paid the user fees. They have paid the 28.75 gas tax. They have paid the fees for their licenses. So it's not their responsibility, it's government's responsibility.
We did a deep dive into the state's budget. $3.2 billion is allotted for transportation, but only about 8% comes from the state's general fund. The remaining $3 billion is largely made up of federal dollars, which can only be used for specific federally backed projects. Along with several state representatives, Norman wants lawmakers to take another look at the budget and put more money into fixing roads and bridges.
You're going to have more bridges fall. And as I told one member of the DOT, let them fall and let's see who's held liable. It's going to be them, and the politicians ultimately that are not funding this are going to be held liable.
We reached out to Representative Jason Elliott, who represents portions of the upstate. He says he anticipates additional funding will be dedicated to roads and bridges in the upcoming fiscal year. How he says the DOT would have to confirm the overall funding needed and how much more could be effective based upon projects that are already ready to go out for bid. Brookley Cromer, Fox Carolina News.